You're driving down a quiet parkway on Long Island. Sand on both sides, ocean somewhere in the dark. And under that sand, for over a decade, bodies. 11 of them were found along this same stretch. And the man who put them there? He wasn't hiding in the woods. He was commuting to work in Manhattan every morning, in a suit. This is the story of the Gilgo Beach Killer and how he stayed invisible for 13 years. It started in December 2010. Police were searching for a missing sex worker named Shannon Gilbert near Oak Beach. On December 11th, in the brush along Ocean Parkway, they found a body wrapped in burlap. Then, 2 days later, 3 more, all within a half mile, all young women who advertised online. Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, Amber Costello, Maureen Brainerd Barnes. 4 women found in December 2010 in close proximity, who became known as the Gilgo Four. The public believed a simple story, a predator who hunted sex workers because he thought nobody would look too hard. And for a while, that theory held. Police searched, the FBI got involved, reporters wrote books. Years passed, the case went cold. Not closed, just quiet. But here's the contradiction that should have bothered everyone from the start. The killer used burner phones to contact his victims. Untraceable, they thought. Except burner phones still ping cell towers. In 2022, a new Gilgo Beach homicide task force reopened everything. They went back through 13 years of evidence with fresh eyes. The burner phones used to contact the victims kept pinging near one specific office building in Midtown Manhattan. They cross-referenced who worked there. One name stood out. An architect, 6'4", who had lived for decades across a bay from where the remains were found. He owned his own firm, RH Consultants and Associates, since 1994. His name was Rex Heuermann. Investigators started watching him, quietly, for months. They needed his DNA, but couldn't just walk up and ask. So they waited. To obtain Heuermann's DNA, a task force tailed him in Manhattan and watched as he threw remnants of his lunch, a box of partially eaten pizza crusts, into a sidewalk garbage can. Investigators grabbed the box and sent it to the lab. They say it matched DNA from a male hair found on the burlap used to restrain one of the victims. They got a sample of his DNA from leftover pizza crust and tied it to the crime. On July 13, 2023, Heuermann was arrested in New York City and charged with the murders of 3 of the Gilgo Four victims. He was a prime suspect in the 4th. He pleaded not guilty. His family said they had no idea. His wife filed for divorce. But the investigation didn't stop. Prosecutors later charged him in the deaths of 3 more women: Jessica Taylor, Sandra Costilla, and Valerie Mack. Valerie Mack, 24, had been working as an escort in Philadelphia. She was charged as his 7th victim on December 17, 2024. He told the judge that day, "I'm not guilty of any of these charges." For 2 more years, he maintained that, until April 8, 2026. On April 8, 2026, Rex Heuermann pleaded guilty to murdering 7 women and admitted to killing an 8th, ending one of America's longest unsolved serial killer cases.
Order in the court!
Those 7: Amber Costello, Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Jessica Taylor, Sandra Costilla, and Valerie Mack, all of whom he admitted to killing by strangulation. Although he wasn't charged in her death, he also admitted to killing an 8th woman, Karen Vergata, in 1996. No trial, no jury, a guilty plea. Life without parole. We like to believe monsters look like something, that we'd know, that we'd sense it. But for 13 years, an entire task force, an entire island, an entire family didn't. He allegedly hid inside the most boring disguise there is: a job, a house, a routine. So here's the question I want you sitting with tonight. It took 13 years, cell tower data, and a discarded pizza box to catch him. And even after he pleaded guilty, investigators still believe there could be more victims along that same highway. How many secrets are still under that sand?